Hello there, and welcome back to, well, Golden Horde and Ottomans. We were lucky enough to get the Ottomans in a union last time. We're also going to, we also did finish the war show. Took 4 provinces from them on the eastern coast. And all in all here, we might get into a little bit of trouble here. Completely forgot about the fact that Taiwan is actually Chinese. So I'll probably have to get colonization up and running pretty swift if I want that. But yeah, we're going to first finish up the mission here. We're going to attack Ming again in 5 years' time. So I'm going to actually create another army for that purpose, because let's face it, I'm weak in the area right now. I've lost a lot of men unnecessarily, I might add, in battles later on. So I need to actually upgrade my armies there with another one. Not a big one, just a small one. But anyways, the plan for this episode is basically just annex Novgorod and also get rid of the Chinese provinces. We're going to hand them over to Xi, most likely, just Xi, and well, that shouldn't be anything that we need to actually worry about or anything like that. Trade expansion, increase free trade. Well, I don't think we're that big of a trading nation, to be perfectly honest. We earn less from trade than we earn from gold. Haven't actually focused on that. Reason being, I don't need the money to. I don't need the money at all. So it's going to cost 990 diplomatic power to do this, but that's fine. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're going to go for that annexation of Novgorod, more or less, right away. As I said, I was kind of using the Novgorodians as a defense if Scandinavia attacked, and I wasn't ready for it. But with the Ottomans now in the Union, I have no need of a makeshift defense. And Scandinavia just finished their religious turmoil to make matters even funnier. Now, we are in second place here. As you see, our diplomatic rank is crap, because I haven't done shit there. Military-wise, we have the biggest armies of the world. I think we also are pretty strong administratively due to finishing 3 sets of admin ideas. So we have nothing to worry about there. We're actually going to take Admin Tech 11, Counting House, and Spy Agency, and I can build both of them. Next time we can actually get a administrative monarchy if once I've actually reformed my government. But yeah, there's basically not much else to say. We're going to wait for Xi here to finish the coring of this, and then we're just going to hand them the rest of these, and most likely fight Ming after that. We'll see how it goes. Well, Korea might just have made a very big mistake here. They took a province that we really like, Liaodong, which is a Shunko and part of China. So Korea here, allied with the Oirids, are going to suffer. Going to go for take Liaodong here, and the problem, I think I can actually just leave this to my vassals. I'm pretty sure I can. Let's face it, if the Ottomans launch an army over here, that will be a little bit annoying, but I'm pretty sure we can just go straight out and deal this. Japan is also at war with them, so it's not like, well, it's not like it should be a difficult match. It's basically just march 1 or 2 armies over there, and that should hopefully solve it. But as you can see, the Oirids actually have an army, and they're actually also helping out with Japan, so that's a little bit of an interesting move there. But most of my guys here are actually at a level 2 or more, and I'm still making money, which is good. I'm a little bit unsure if I actually want to do anything here. Actually upgrade Fine Arts Academy is a building that I probably should build. It's build the cost modifier, but really useful once I actually get to westernizing. So we're going to go ahead and build a Fine Arts Academy right now. There's probably something else I've forgotten to build. Let's see here, the March, not really useful. Fine Arts Academy. Let's build that in Kaffa, close to sea. Lots of nice things to see, hopefully. But anyways, I'm aiming at getting another probably set of ideas, probably something that will help with revolt risk before we westernize. I'm a little bit unsure what would actually be really useful there, but I can take a look at that later. But anyways, I'll show you the bigger battles, probably just one, and hopefully that'll be enough to make Korea hand over Liaodong, and then we can basically just focus on Ming and Shou. So we'll see how that goes. Another interesting factor is that Ming is active war with Shou, and potentially then Shou could actually become small enough to make it viable to actually vassalize them, because Shun doesn't actually have that many cores left. They have 4 cores, 5 actually, so they might get annexed pretty damn soon. unless of course I end up annexing C before that. They have even less when it comes to core aspect of things. They only have 3 more cores in the area, so I might go for actually completing them next time, and since these 2 are actually part of show, that it's not something I need to worry about. But yeah, I need a new general. My last one died horribly in, well, not in battle. He died lying on the beach relaxing. Let's just say that. But anyways, I'm going to attempt now to just destroy their army pretty much quickly here. Again, help myself, thus secure a victory, which, let's face it shouldn't be too difficult. They have less morale than me. They have a general that is a little bit better, but with the current boosts that I have to among military tactics and also morale, I should be able to get a decisive victory in theory. But I'm just going to actually put the entire army into sieging Liaodong. Or half, I think, should be enough, potentially, so I can siege 2 provinces. And this will hopefully be enough here to force Korea to hand it over pretty rapidly. But we'll see. I think I'll wait with the claim 1 Ming until we're done with Korea, because that will allow me to hand over a province to another province to Xi, and then we can figure out how much Ming actually takes from Shou. Thus, if I want to vassalize Shou in the future, we'll see what they do and what I come up with. There we go. Novgorod has been integrated, and again that hurts my legitimacy even more. So we get Holy War and Tribal Conquest against Scandinavia, and apparently I didn't actually pay attention to this, but Novgorod had a province up here, which is interesting enough to note, and they had apparently a 20. We actually had a mercenary squad that was big enough to make it, well, costly for me. But anyways, that doesn't really matter now. The problem will be to convert all of the lands, but I'm still at 109% religious unity tolerance, and thus I'm not in a negative position here. France is actually at war with Scandinavia, making this a really tempting time to strike. I was checking out on, well, provinces here. 317 are Sunni and 424 are Catholic, so that is going to grow. But I was going to check military, armies, sizes, 139, 117, 87. Now where is the blasted Scandinavians? Or my people? 21,000. It's too tempting not to. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. We're going to move my forces to the front, and I'm going to decide if I want to attack them. Probably not. Do I wish to disband? Yes, I don't need a name. We are a horde. We do not believe in ships. But anyways, I'm going to finish the war with Korea first, I think. Just so I can hand over a province first. This could really get interesting. We'll see how it goes. As you can see here, the war with Korea is over. They will hand over the province that we want, so there's no reason of dragging this out any longer than we already have. And again, here, I'm a little bit unsure what to do with Ming. But I think what we are actually going to do is allow Ming to fight their war, so I can focus on Scandinavia, because if I take these provinces, what I really just have to do then is slowly and safely westernize from this. Allies say Brandenburg, they are pretty strong. Really, they are. Bohemia is actually weaker than Brandenburg. England could potentially be an issue here. Bosnia, Ottomans, smash, more or less. And England, I don't see them as a threat, but they could be a little bit of an issue to deal with. But I think we are fine. The fact that they're actually fighting France and French conquest of Finistère, this province right here, with the English being occupied by the French, we should be fine. We have no need of a navy because nothing here requires a navy, and as such we are perfectly alright, and I think I can get the province that I require just in this one war. So I'm a little bit unsure here if we want to do a tribal conquest, but I think we do. Yeah, we'll do a regular one, and the reason for that is really simple. By doing a this Persian nationalist. Foreign support for rebels. I forgot to hand over the province before I did this. I'm an idiot. Anyways, I'll fight this war. It shouldn't be a problem. Worst case scenario, I'll have to fire up a war with lots of claims to Changsa. Well, sorry, Xi, you're my vassal. Don't want to conquer you anyways. But yeah, we'll see what we'll do here. For now, we'll get troops into Scandinavia. And hopefully here we won't have too many issues. I'll also, of course, get the general over to the interesting part, so to speak, and with the others coming home and everyone else, I should be more than safe in assuming that this should be a fairly substantial victory. The only problem, of course, is to have these guys go and solve the problem with the rebels, and also be keeping on fabricating claims on Muscovy here. So Pelm, we haven't actually fabricated a claim there, so we'll do that. So yeah, there's a lot of warring ahead of us, and should be possible here to get a good result. Scandinavia stayed war leader. As such, basically just have to try and push people out of the war, well, as soon as we can. The Ottomans should have supremacy in the west, so to speak, and of course we will take care of Scandinavia ourselves. We'll see how it goes. I could lose, but I'm kind of relying on not here. The military is level 15, which also gives them better troops than mine. So I'm not in the best shape, but with the French being at war with them and all that, I should be able to hopefully grasp a victory. And if we can get a tiny victory here, like that, we'll, in theory, say that my troops get a morale boost, just because it's fun to think about. Anyways, we'll continue also, of course, converting the lands of, former Novgorod. We'll conquer here, and if this, when there's a battle, I'll go ahead and show you. I'll also go ahead and build a secondary army here and back up a pretty decent one that we will be using to back up our forces. And I'm actually going to add cannons to this one. It's actually the first time I've added cannons to any army, which is long overdue, I think. But hopefully we won't blow ourselves up. We'll see how it goes. But as I said, I'll show you this in battles. If not, I'll probably just stand by. The Battle of Karelia ended up in a tremendous loss here. 17,000 mine, fought, but we still lost the battle, which is troublesome. Also, the fact that they have 36,000 men here doesn't actually make things any better, and the Ottoman lands are really suffering. I think I might have to, to some degree, give up, in theory, on my lands in the north, and basically march south here to try and basically defeat these sieges. Try and get Venice out of this, try and get Bohemia, Brandenburg, everyone out of this. I can probably get military access from Austria, which will allow me to invade Brandenburg and Bohemia. So I think what we're actually going to do here is basically just say a little bit of a sayonara for now to Scandinavia and march south. I'll test out this tactic, but as things are looking now, it's not good. We'll see how this ends up. We're currently under attack by a Brandenburg army, and as you can see, they still have a morale that is far higher than me. Army professionalism helps a lot here, and as well as their tradition. And in my case, we basically have the same base morale, but they have high attack, and as such, I am currently suffering a lot of losses. But these guys will probably not be able to make it in time, which again is a problem. But I don't really have to win the war per se. The only thing that I have to do is win the war of attrition, which is, to be fair, really, it's likely that I can win that war, but potentially I'll probably have to go for some minor setbacks, if you will. But I should be able to, again, win this war if I just play my cards right. Basically, keep an army that is far numerically superior to theirs, and potentially win that way. But as you can see here, if I get minus modifiers, my armies will just get slaughtered. So I think what we'll have to do is try and make a peace. And before I go after Scandinavia, I'll have to westernize or make sure that the alliance is something I can take out. Fortunately, that seems to really be my only option here. And can I bribe my way out of this? No, they want other concessions than gold. So I might have to give up some Ottoman provinces here, for instance, whom might be something I have to give up. They don't want me to hand over Torontal to Hungary, Travunia to Bosnia. Basically, things like that is a little bit annoying, but not really much else I can do here. Even if I offer them money here, they will not accept that, and my forces will not be able to win this war, more or less. So handing over some provinces here should be... it's not good, but it should be fine. Altenia. I don't want to cut them in half, but I might have to here. Oh. As I said, this is not looking good. As you can see, they don't even want gold, which is one of the bigger issues here. Serbia. So basically, the Ottomans are going to be in a bit of an awkward situation here if I have to go through with this deal. Oh. As I said, I don't see how I can do anything else. But this is the price I pay. Ottomans will lose 6 provinces. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 8 provinces actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, not good, but again, this is what I get. I knew they had better attack, stronger forces, so basically I'll have to live with this. As you can see here, manpower-wise, even my manpower will quickly drain at this rate. And as such, I think what I will do here is just send that offer, but I'll have to attempt in the future to get myself into war with these guys, which I will do. So I think just focusing on finishing China will have to be what I will have to do here. As soon as China is completed, they didn't actually take anything during this war too, which is ridiculous, but that's their problem, not mine. Once we've actually finished China, then we can start considering other options here. So I think I'll finish Xi, and then we'll see what I'll do. But as things are looking now, it's not the best scenario. But we'll continue next time. Again, I forgot to sell a province. Kind of bad that way, but hopefully here I can solve that in the future. So feel free to comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. Tell me that I was stupid ambitious to go after Scandinavia. I think I could have taken on Scandinavia by just throwing forces at them. But the fact that the Ottomans had, well, this area so much in siege, so many troops, basically led to Ottomans being torn apart by rebels anyways. So there was limits to what I could do. This was one of them. They actually are hostile towards me too, which isn't good. So I think we'll focus on trying to get legitimacy up one way or another. Probably through not taking marriages, and also trying to keep the same heir on the throne, things like that. So once this guy actually becomes 15, we'll try and get Khan Yanai here to die. I think. I don't see another option, more or less. But we'll continue next time. We'll probably find Muscovy a bit then too. We'll see how it goes then. Bye.